Morning guys, Dave Canterbury. What I thought I would show you guys today is a quick way to set up a hammock. And I've experimented around with a lot of different ways to hang my hammock. A lot of different tie outs, a lot of different ropes, a lot of different straps, and different ways that you can hang your hammock. And I found that, number one, I like all of my equipment to be multifunctional if that's possible. So I either want to use some kind of cordage, some kind of rope, or some kind of a strap. And if I'm going to use straps and be tree friendly, because straps don't damage the bark as bad as rope does, then I want that strapping to be multifunctional as well. And there's lots of straps on the market that you can buy for hammocks that have loops and things like that in them, but they're really not long straight pieces of strapping that you can use multifunctionally for other things. So I carry some 1-inch web strapping that I use a lot of times for my Roycroft pack frames and things of that nature when I'm in the woods. And also I use them for bundling up wood. I use them for tugs and pulls and things like that. And they work really well for a hammock because they're just a 1-inch piece of tubular webbing. So I started experimenting around to try to figure out what the easiest way would be to hang a hammock that I could get it up and down fast and make it quick release at the same time. And I figured out with just a couple simple jam slip type knots that you can easily set up a hammock so it's readily adjustable and very fast and easy to put up and take down. And that's what I wanted to show you today. Stay with me and we'll get started. That's pretty much it. Other than raising the bug net on this hammock, on this particular hammock, if I were just putting up a tarp, all I need to do is run my ridge line, put my tarp up. If I'm just using a bug net like this in fair weather, I would just put my bug net line up. And that's as simple as just another piece of paracord. I'll go ahead and throw this up real quick so that we get the hammock in its proper configuration all together, and then we'll talk about, individually we'll talk about this knot setup. got a little wind out here today, as you can see, but that's about as simple a setup as you can get. I'm positive that took way less than 5 minutes to set that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this bug net line off of here, and we'll just let the hammock hang. I'm going to show you how to set up these knots and show you how quick and easy they are to set up and take down. So let's get rid of this first. And again, everything is set up, everything I do is set up on quick release knots so that they can just be pulled straight out and I don't have to worry about it. Ridge line's got a bow line in it that's just wrapped around that tree, and it was that simple to get that out of there. Then all I have to do is wind that dude back up, to get it back in my pack. And now we're ready to talk about how this hammock is hung and these knots. So the system is very, very simple. The hammock has a carabiner on it, which most of them do. So if I pull this out, tug on this, it loosens this knot because it's a slip knot. And then I just pull the carabiner out, pull that down, and pull it off the tree. Done. If I want to put it up onto the tree, I just take this piece of webbing, and it's about a pull and a half of webbing, and I tie two of these together if I need a longer piece, and then I carry one full length piece. So I've got 3 pieces that equal about 25 feet. So you just wrap this around with a loop and pull it through, and then you have basically a self-tightening half hitch around that tree, or a lark's head around that tree. Then all you need to do is tie a slip knot just like this by putting the web up through itself. So you're just going to turn a loop in there, just like that, and put that webbing up through the loop, and then cinch it down tight against the tree. And what that does is that gives you this slip knot. If you pull this tail, it will slide this loop loose and tight depending on where you pull it to. So you would put your hammock carabiner in this double loop just like this, and then you would pull it to the desired position so it's as tight as you want it. And then to keep that from slipping out when you pull on it, all you do is put another slip knot right here and push it tight against the knot. So now what you've done is you've given yourself a stop knot here so that this cannot pull through. You've got a stop knot here. But when you're done and you're ready to go, or you need to adjust things, all you have to do is pull on these tails and the stop knot comes undone. Once you've done that, you can put pressure on this and it will loosen this slip knot. And once you take the carabiner out, you have the same thing again. You pull it, it comes open, and you pull it straight off the tree. So to get that done in timely fashion, and you can look at the clock on the computer at how long this takes me to do this. It takes exactly that long. And then to get it done, all I do is pull it, release it, and it's that simple. And this webbing holds quite a bit of weight. You're not going to break this even if you weigh over 250 pounds. There's no doubt in my mind about that. This stuff has tensile strength up into the thousands. I'm currently reading a book from Audible.com by John Mack Frager called Daniel Boone, The Life and Legend of an American Pioneer. It's on Audible.com, the same place I've been telling you guys to go to find some of these historical books and things that I read and get some of my research from. I've been asked those questions quite a bit. And if you go to www.audible.com/wilderness, you can find that book and a lot of other very, very good audio books that you can take with you when you travel and things like that, so you don't have to take the time to sit down and read. You can just listen to them as you go. I'm Dave Canterbury with Pathfinder School. I appreciate you joining me for another quick video out here today on this quick up and down hammock setup that I've come up with. I thank you for your support. I thank you for everything you do for my school, for our family, for our business, for all of our instructors, affiliates, sponsors, and friends. and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.